folks you said had written you off maybe? What do you say to them?
Yeah, they wrote me off. I ain't right back though.
Now let's be honest, at the time this was nothing more than just a funny story that we all expected to forget a week later, when Geno inevitably came crashing back down to earth. I mean, we were all just mocking the Seahawks a week before for even naming Geno the starting quarterback, and some were pretty shocked to see Seattle choose the veteran over a younger prospect in Drew Lock. But as it turns out, everyone was wrong. Everyone except Geno Smith, that is. 5 weeks into the season, Geno Smith leads the entire NFL in passer rating and completion percentage. He's top 5 in QBR, top 3 in yards per attempt, top 5 in EPA per play. It doesn't really matter what the stat is, they will all tell you the same thing, and that is that Geno Smith has been one of the best quarterbacks in football this season. He's putting up remarkable numbers and shutting up more and more doubters every single week. But is this level of play sustainable? Is he just a product of a system? We've seen QBs have short-term success only to come crashing down to earth later in the year. So is this the case for Geno Smith? In this video, I'm going to go through Geno's past to see what changed, and ultimately I'll be answering the question that everyone is now asking: is Geno Smith a franchise quarterback? At this point in Geno's life, he should be pretty used to getting written off. Even after setting many records at West Virginia and being at the top of a lot of mock drafts before his last college season, he still fell to the second round where he was selected 39th overall by the New York Jets. He had to sit in the green room and watch many quarterback-needy teams pass on him, including the Buffalo Bills, who opted for Florida State quarterback E.J. Manuel instead. And then Geno's career with the Jets was mostly a disaster, plagued with dreadful coaching and a poor supporting cast, as well as plenty of his own shortcomings. A few years into his NFL career, he was accurately labeled a bust, and he played his last snap for the New York Jets in 2016 when he tore his ACL against the Ravens, and at that point, Jets fans were more than ready to move on. He then was bounced around the league with brief stints as the backup quarterback for the Giants and the Chargers, until finally landing in Seattle in 2019, where he would back up Russell Wilson for the next few years. So given that history, we should all forgive ourselves for not seeing this breakout season coming, right? Geno's career has been a mess until 2022, so no one could have really seen this happening. But actually, I think the turning point happened right in front of our eyes, and nobody even realized it at the time. Last year, Thursday Night Football, Russell Wilson left the game with a finger injury, and Geno replaced him. Geno ended up losing that game, but he made some nice plays and continued making nice plays the next 3 weeks in Russ's absence. He finished that stretch with 5 TDs and only 1 interception and a 103 passer rating, but since the Seahawks went 1-3 during that stretch and their season was mostly over, Geno's solid performance was ignored. But this is the first time we saw true growth and consistency from Geno. Fast forward to 2022, and we see him taking over the league. So you can say 5 games is too small of a sample size, but in his past 9 games dating back to 2021, Geno has completed 73% of his passes, has over 2,000 yards passing, 14 TDs, 3 interceptions, and 109.34 passer rating. So this isn't a brand new thing. Geno has been playing like a franchise quarterback for over a half a season of games. So how long does he have to sustain this success for us to truly believe in him? He's on pace to finish as one of the best quarterbacks in the league statistically, so I personally don't know what will prevent the Seahawks from committing to Geno Smith. But to be fair, stats can be misleading. We've seen below average quarterbacks put up big numbers because of the talent around him or the system they play in, but if you watch Seattle Seahawks games and you look at Geno's film, it's obvious that his play is the catalyst for the offense's success. He's making better decisions than he ever has before. He's more accurate than at any point in his career. He's playing with a ton of confidence and making throws that only franchise quarterbacks make. Now, if you've seen any of my other videos, I often stress how I don't usually put much stock in big-time wow throws if a quarterback can't succeed within the structure of the offense on a consistent basis. Geno has been making those big-time throws and the big-time plays while also having consistent success within the offense. He's running the system perfectly, and I fully expect him to continue putting up these numbers because he truly has done it against all kinds of competition. Sometimes QBs feast off of awful defenses and stat pad to make their play look better than it actually is, and Geno has faced some bad secondaries like the Lions and the Falcons, but he's also faced the 12th ranked Saints pass defense, 3rd ranked Niners defense, and the number 1 ranked pass defense in the league in the Denver Broncos. So Geno has proven he can show out even against the best secondaries in the NFL. And I personally take stock in that fact more than almost anything else. It really is remarkable how far Geno Smith has come in his development from his early years on the Jets. This is easily one of the best storylines in the league this season, and I think it's here to stay. Because despite the doubters, despite the skeptics, despite everybody that still views Geno Smith as a bust from New York, I'm choosing to buy the hype, which is something I rarely do. But I've seen enough to confidently say that I believe Geno Smith is a Seattle Seahawks franchise quarterback for now and into the future.